I'm just so mean. If I leave them in there, when Ty comes in, they won't wake everybody in the world up. Calves are starting to make some noise now, though. It was peaceful out here for quite a while. And yes, it's foggy. Everything is dripping wet. I'm hoping, the driveway's settled up pretty good. And it really wasn't too bad when Ty and I went out on the bikes yesterday. Just the bottom of the lane there before the bridge where it's all basically manure silt just run off the lane. Other than that, everything seemed pretty decent out there. So we might get some manure spread today. But at any rate, we will see what happens. Going through a bunch more little shit in the shop and a few more things in the scrap barrel, a few more things in the garbage can, a few more things found a place to be. I still got to get done so I can do something in there. Because, we're supposed to have, I think today and tomorrow we're supposed to be nice and it's supposed to rain again. Which ought to be really nice because Monday's supposed to rain like hell. And Monday we're preg checking and brucellosis calves. So, and it's been year round again. That little low roof clear over there, it's just on this side of the peak. There's nothing down the alley. Would be nice if it was all under roof though. It'd be Sapphire that wants to stare at the camera. And a little chrome girl next to her. Ty tried telling me the other day she thought she smelled kind of a hint of coxie in the barn. No, it's a hint of some change purses. All these little buggers in here with blue tags. It's starting to get a little aroma. So, and fun feeding, because what these guys are getting is at the other end of the barn. The stuff mixed with corn. And that bin's going to be empty here in a few days. I'm hoping it makes it to next week. That one is empty. Bad thing about getting 2 bags and then mixing one, when it's said and done, it didn't leave me a lot for the ones that are eating the most. But that is what it is. Well, I started going through crap in here about 5:45 this morning. Can you tell? Yeah, no. Although at the moment, that's all electrical stuff, including, Becky threw that in the wrong spot. Close with that one. Including some phone line and refrigerator control pieces and whatever. I brought this over. That would be aluminum, covered with Dykem. I don't know why. Obviously there's a bearing in there somewhere. And that end made to go on a motor. So I don't know if Dad was making something to be a capstan or making a little winch. I'm going to guess maybe a capstan. I don't know why. And it's always a bonus when you find that end's still good enough to use, but that end's kind of scooched, but not like I don't have ends to put on it. And a whole bunch of wire clamps down there, ground clamps. Oh, where else? Oh, yeah. Hey. This thing was full. She brought it over this morning. You hate to do it, but I got no use for it. Everybody knows what that was. That was a nail box. 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 Had from 1.25 inch long ring shanks to 20 gauge finish nails, finish head on them, everything in between. Kept a tray full of some bunch of galvanized 16s that they work pretty good for putting insulators on wood posts anyway. But most of it is out in the barrel outside. And there was even a piece of an exhaust off a motorcycle. Couldn't tell you what it was off of anymore. Been, stuff that's been in the basement since the house was built. And back then, if you needed a handful, you bought a full box. And honest, I don't think we've used any nails out of there in at least 30 years. I mean, they're there if you needed them. But building buildings, they're not. Nothing in there for that. And anymore, I got the air nailer, so, I got like a dozen boxes of strip nails for it. 16s. This whole building here was put together with 16s and 20s, except for, the upstairs, all that screwed together. The floor up there is probably up there with some of them short ring shanks, though. It's only a 3/8 plywood floor. But they're just things, I got no use for them. They got to go somewhere. And I think that's only about half the nails that were in there. So I hate to do that, but it ain't the first time. I mean, hell, we've thrown hundreds of pounds of nails away. Usually it's because they get wet, then they aren't any good anyway. Most of these were good. Mice have been in a couple of the boxes, so, yeah. But anyway, that is what we're doing so far. And time may end up on the shop roof putting some screws in. The cow lot is so frickin' sloppy right now. I went out and fixed the chain on the gate at this end where they go in and out. And, I mean, hell, I about killed myself walking across there. I would literally spend an hour cleaning the lot before we could even run the spreaders in there. So it ain't worth messing with yet. A few more jars there to do something with. And yes, I was a Gerber baby, can you tell? She found all kinds of neat stuff. Not sure what some of them are for, but that's glass. That one down there is plastic. And that's clear full. Then I wonder if the Kraft sandwich spread, which says mayonnaise on the lid, I wonder if that is what is now Best Foods mayonnaise. For those of you to the east, that would be Hillman's. And, Kraft mayo there too, so I wonder. And yeah, still a bunch of shit in here to do stuff with. Yay. Well, there's wires on it. They're not as tight as I would like them, but they're on it. I could have probably put a tensioner on it, which you could still do. It doesn't take anything to take this out and put a tensioner off the bolt. That's made offset because when it's closed, there's going to be a post right here. Put a screw in there to keep it from moving. Same with that end. And I'm still sure we've got to move that hinge up. I think this hinge goes down one. And they're both done. Put screws in a lot of those so they can't turn. You can tighten them all you want here. They'll ruin the bolt, they'll do whatever, they'll still move. Put a screw in. That keeps it in place, screw keeps it from moving. And they're being loud because Ty just snuck in and fed the dogs. And the calves all think they're going to get something right now too. They're not. And I got a bunch more crap put away in the shop. Still need to finish getting this on there. I had a bunch of fine thread bolts that were in a tray for this. They were all short. I probably need a little longer bolt. Maybe just bolt that'll push that bent spot down. Because Kind of want to have those pins in just because they keep things from moving. One way or another, it'll work. Trust me. One way or another. And cool. She's going to go feed the back barn, so I don't have to. I can spin you around and we can... Oh, look. Stickers. Look at everybody. Oh. Let there be light. Then we got the dog bumping her nose on the door because I shut it all the way. Now she's happy. More jars, more jars, more jars. Box of trinkets over here. Sorry, but I'm going to sit down. My knees hurt after working on that. They hurt before that anyway. Box of trinkets. I'm going to say that's about a 7/8. It ain't 1 inch. Definitely needs to get cleaned up. I like that scraper. Notice we're already missing the end of the handle. But wait, we're missing the side of it too. I'm going to guess that one may have been my grandfather's. So that probably scraped a lot of gaskets over the years. And yes, it's got a concave to it. Does not appear to have ever been a chisel. So I'm assuming, what I would use that for would be slipping a bushing or a bearing in someplace. Anybody knows anything different, let me know. And here's another one that's longer, but it's flat. So they will stay the way they are. They're not even buggered up on the end. That one's been ground already, but I didn't do it. Then we get to the ones that got used. You think it'll do much? Yeah. It'll get reshaped. I don't know what it says on it. It does say something right in there, but you can't quite read it. And that punch, that bend comes down here a little too far. That might become a center punch. Clean her up. Grind a tip on it. A couple of these kind of look like they might have been hand forged. Because this one, not all the edges are even. Even the odd edges. This one's narrower than the ones beside it and the next one, each direction. And then that one's narrower. And the narrower ones are not opposite each other. That one can just about go in the drawer the way it is. Believe it or not. And yeah, see this one, the flats are pretty much even. So that was commercially made. Same with this one, it's bigger so it's more noticeable, but the flats are all the same width. And UPRR, 2 little lines, Ajax, 2 little lines, P. So, yep, that was Grandpa's too. Did I already have this one? Yeah. So that's just about it. Just looking at old tools, man. Just looking at old tools. The stories they could tell. Thought it might have said something there, but freaking little bugs. It didn't. Kind of needs a little help too. And a baby one. I've wasted a few of these little bitty ones. So, that one's still got a lot of life. Get her sharpened up. And there's a punch that I don't think has ever been screwed up. I don't know what it says. I can't read it. You can't read it either because it won't focus. Anyway, That's what happened today. Made those pieces for the gate. Kind of went through these. Figured what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to need another toolbox for everything we brought out here. There's still more to come out. Just flat out need more storage out here. But I don't know where to put it. That wall's kind of screwed. And not like there's a lot more room over here because, well, 20-foot material, if it goes clear to the wall, comes to here. These are on 10-foot center. And then the two out there by themselves, they shouldn't have all the weight they have on them because they're just hanging off the 2x4s on the other side of the wall. Granted, those 2x4s all have shelving. They're tied to another 2x4 6 inches away, but still. So you can kind of see how everything hangs over. But we'll make it work. In the meantime, no, I still don't know where to put more. Thought about throw some insulation on that, sheet it, do something up there, but then you have to have a tall ladder to do anything. And that up there's already packed cluster. And it's not like we can really put anything on that wall on this side of it. Because you bring something in, there ain't a lot of room all the time, especially the combine. And that's probably more than enough gabbing, probably too much freaking gabbing. See what tomorrow brings for sure. If we can't spread manure, we'll probably be back in here, but I gotta figure something for friction on here. I can come off of these and put a spring loaded, but it's gotta be a plastic foot, something that'll move on this, but put enough pressure to keep it from free spooling. And I need two of them. And then that can get out of the shop because it can go on the service truck. Then figure what I need to make a cover for it and go from there. But anyway, more things rolling around in my head. Kind of like a sprayer that we got to get in here, and all the crap still in the house that's got to come out. Most of it's got to go through the shop before it goes anywhere. And trying to get it so we can be in there before the middle of the winter. But something else that's on my brain too. You see, whenever Ron comments on here tonight, wish him a happy birthday. Made her to another year older. So happy birthday, Ron. Hope you had a good day. Hope y'all had a good day. A good Thursday. And hope everybody has a great Friday. I think tomorrow's our last dry day, then it rains again. Yay.